The second edition of the Club Moala Murray Football League show, the finals well and truly underway. We're in round 2 and we've got 2 games on this weekend that are going to be absolute crackers and you are not going to want to miss them. I'm Nathaniel Deadman and with Georgina Cahill off travelling in the countryside reporting for the Shepparton News. We've kind of downgraded in looks-wise, but hey, talent-wise, we've gone up in the standings. Damien Cupido, the man in charge of Rumballara, just signed on for 2 more years. Fantastic result for the club, adding some stability. Thanks for coming down. And what does this re-signing mean for not only you, but also the club?
Yeah, no, it's a really good thing. I'm stoked the way things have gone this year, panned out for me. The club have embraced me and it's been just a great support for me and my family. So, yeah, look, they've shown some faith in me and I found I found my place at Rumba, so the decision was quite easy. It's good for the club, you know. The last few years has been pretty unstable. Players coming, even coaches coming and going. So hopefully this will hold us in good stead and add stability to what we're trying to build.
You've improved the record by 10 wins. Last season the club won 4 games. This season, just counting the regular season, obviously you've taken that tally to 14 and finished well up the top. And you've had some great players come into the system, but talking to you before the show, it hasn't taken money to get these guys here. It's the culture that you've instilled in the club. What's that kind of meant to the whole Rumballara community?
Yeah, look, that's something that when I first took the job, and I thought that was some internal changes needed to be made, and the place was in the situation I wanted to be in. So we've worked really hard in instilling a really good, sound, player-driven culture to Rumballara. So, the group of players that we have at the moment, they're really tight and enforcing our values on and off the field, which is really important. So, they've really grasped that opportunity, especially I've got a sensational leadership group behind me. So, it makes it very easy to coach. Everyone's doing the right thing, and you have trust in each other, and it's just it's one of those things that, I suppose money can't buy. You just have that bond with the players and stuff. So it's going really well, and we just hope to build on it. Yeah.
The future of the club as well, and truly lit up and bright. The first game that we're going to preview for the 2 is your Rumballara at 1, taking on Finley at 2. What can you tell me about Finley and the style of game that they play?
Yeah, we played Finley earlier this year up at Jewellery. Don't want to go back there in a hurry. It was about -2, but. Yeah, look, that was a pretty tough game. Finley are a really even side. I've said that before. Got a really good spread of evenness all over the lines on the ground. Interesting to note, they don't have any major big goal kickers, so they get their goals from the spread. So we've got to be mindful of that. Just so even. We just got to be on our game, getting our processes right. Our values, what it means, and what are the things that we do well. We just got to keep ticking the box.
You do mention they don't have a lot of goal scorers, and the last game when you guys played during the regular season was a very low-scoring affair, the margin of 10 points. Can you physically take anything out of that game, given conditions weren't ideal, and we're now in some fantastic weather? Yeah,
look, can't take a hell of a lot out of that last game. It was really. I thought the standard was pretty ordinary, just both sides scrappy. It was just hard and close, but. I think you're going to see a bit more free-flowing footy this, with the weather and all that sort of stuff. So we trained at Kingutton on Tuesday. The ground was in really good nick. So we had a really good session. So we're looking to exploit the areas we felt that we've done most sides in this year, with obviously with our run and spread and carry and just being really proactive.
Let's talk about some of your key players. Who's going to need to be on their A game if you're going to want to take this win against Finley?
Yeah, look, always go to your leaders. But yeah, Love at Murray's been huge for us. Just a pillar of strength through those contests. We've got guys coming on like Levi Power, Dylan Kerr, Justin Turlick, Nathan Turlick, Leon Johnson. I can keep going, but
name the whole 22.
These guys, they've really stepped up. They're really good players, and they've even gone another level. So we'll just be looking for that consistency and effort again.
Let's look at Finley. Are there any specific players that you're going to have to keep an eye on and that you've done a little bit of scouting on as well?
Yeah, Yeah, no, the big fella up forward, I think, Seckle for him. So we identified him as a potential threat. Obviously, we know Reed Crow. The Jackson boys. So they've got some really good players that we're going to have to be wary of. But again, if Finley don't have the ball, they're chasing us. So that's going to be our main focus. If getting the hands on the footy first, it's going to be a lot of contested football. And Gutton's a bit of a smaller ground that we're used to, but we've prepared ourselves for that.
Let's now turn our attention to the second game, because there are two. Now, Echuca United face off against Barooga, and Georgina Cahill once again got both of her tips right last weekend, and I went 50%. Both of those sides going through, which one do you think can head into this game perhaps with a little bit more confidence than the other?
I was at the Denny and Echuca elimination final. That was a real hard slog. You know, Denny just, like their namesake, went out and rammed them early on and just sort of tried to topple over the top of Echuca, but Echuca got the way back in the game, and really admired their fight and their spirit. They are the reigning premier, so they're not going to go down without a fight. You can be assured of that. I know Scott beat pretty well, and so they'll still be kicking up a bit, but I think that they just look a bit tired to me. A bit too many injuries, and I think Barooga have just hit a fair bit of steam at the right time of year. It doesn't matter what form you're in prior to finals; it's what form you're going to be in, and I think for me, Barooga.
Just like Richmond, just hitting just at the right time. Now, neither of those sides caused you as a club any issues during the season in terms of results. But for Echuca United, to a casual supporter like me, they've got the household names that you would know off the tip of your tongue. Who's going to have to really step up for them this weekend? Because you've mentioned they are a little bit tight, and there's going to have to be 110% effort from some people.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they'll be calling upon all their leaders of the group to stand up and be counted. Footy's a pretty infectious game, so if the leaders stand up, it's a fair chance that everyone else is going to, so they'll be calling for guys like, Rowan Priest and Zanello as well. Those guys have a bit of experience to put their hand up and be strong players in big moments.
And Barooga, you've mentioned just hitting form at the right time. Who for them is going to be key? And finally, do you think they're going to be able to take this one?
Yeah, look, Barooga, they've got a lot of good players. Hargraves has sort of hit form at the right time as well. So when you have experience like that, they'll be looking to draw on him and his big game experience. So it's all about in the finals game key moments and seizing those moments, taking the opportunity when it presents itself. So those guys, Philpott, just a big man and has a big presence and also can go up forward and cause havoc too, as we've seen. So I think they'll have all the answers. Will Gorman as well, another good player. So they can go through their list as well, and they've got some good talent running around.
Four sides are left in the race for the 2014 Murray Football League Premiership. Four quality sides, which means two absolutely cracking games of football this weekend. Damien Cupido, thanks for your time. And also congratulations on re-signing for another 2 years. Fantastic for the Rumballara Football Netball Club and its community. And hopefully next week we can be looking back at an absolute bag of goals for you. Good luck and thanks for your time.
Thanks, mate.
This has been Nathaniel Dedman for yet another Murray Football League Club Moala show.